Hi, it's Steven. Today is April 11th, 2025. Time for another update on the seed starting projects. And then a nice update on microgreens with broccoli. I'm giving my greenhouse plants a little bit of sun. I don't get a whole lot of sun tucked in the corner. I have some purple coneflowers coming in, so that's exciting. And then here are my microgreens for broccoli. This is about day 5, so they were in total darkness for 3 days with weight on top. Then I turned the other container upside down to give them some space in the dark. And then all of this was yellow. And then I took the top off and gave it light, and now it's green. And now I just have to wait for it to have some true leaves before I can cut it and eat it. We're not talking about the coleus that hasn't been seeded yet. We will do that sometime this weekend. The lettuce, I added more lettuce seeds to the empty spots in this tray. So the lettuce is doing well. The Russian hollyhock is doing well. All of my ivy geraniums and regular geraniums are doing well. It's a nice ivy geranium. I am still waiting for my 4-inch pots to come today by the end of the day. Last week I potted up these snapdragons into individual containers. And then another variety I just left in there until I get all of my 4-inch pots. Here is the Rudbeckia. That's going to go into their own 4-inch pots. And then the petunias on the bottom. Those are going to be in their own 4-inch pots. Trying to get a... There we go. 2 kinds of petunias. And my Japanese maple is doing well. I was a little concerned about the color of these leaves. Maybe it needs some iron. I'm hoping it'll do fine for the next few weeks. I mean, it's probably 3 times the size that it was last year, so that's nice. Still have my Fire Island hostas doing well. These are doing well here. The geraniums, the multi-bloom salmon, and then the Dusty Miller, the newer variety of Dusty Miller. It's not the Angel Eyes. Angel Eyes is not a Dusty Miller. Other than that, other than the coleus that I need to plant, I picked up some purple basil and some marigolds, and then I picked out some other things I want to start planting. So some wax begonias. I planted this, or I seeded this last year, but I didn't end up using it. I don't have a whole lot of shade in my back garden, So I will use this in the front yard. And then I will be starting my purple millet, my mahogany splendor hibiscus, and then my sweet peas. So that is on my agenda. Other than that, I went to Menards. I found some more concrete statues for the garden. So I'm excited about that. I found another concrete owl statue. And then I found a Virgin Mary statue for my shade garden. That was actually a goal of mine this year, to find a Virgin Mary statue. And it's concrete. It was only $30. If you go online and look for like a concrete-like plastic one, those are like $70, $80, $90. So finding a concrete one that's, about 18 inches, that was a good deal for me. Today's gonna be about 50, tomorrow's gonna be in the 60s. I'm excited about that, but I will not be home. I go see my parents every Saturday, and on Sunday, I have an Easter egg hunt for the foundation that I'm on the board for, and I'm gonna be the Easter Bunny, and I chose to be the Easter Bunny so that I don't have to talk to people. Anyways, when you tune in next week, hopefully the coleus will be planted, and then some other things will be planted. I have to do some research and figure out when I need to pull out my cannabis from the basement and start doing those. I also ordered my caladium bulbs from Etsy, and those are coming in on Monday. So I will be planting those as well. Those also need heat and humidity. And this room is at 65 right now, plus the humidity from all the plants. It's actually warmer in here than the rest of my house, which is at 70, which is super depressing when I work in my office. So it's colder in there than it is in here. So I am waiting for 60 degrees and 70 degrees to be more of a constant. But it's April in Wisconsin, so we could get ice, we could get snow, we could get power outages. The draft is 2 weeks away. I will see you next week. Bye.